We all have one. The drawer of doom. That one specific drawer in your house stuffed with a tangled nightmare of plastic cables you are way too terrified to throw away. You've got the wide, flat ones for an old printer, the chunky square cords for a digital camera you haven't touched since 2011, and 5 different versions of an old phone charger. For over 20 years, connecting our tech gadgets was a confusing, frustrating mess. But then, almost overnight, everything changed. One tiny, oval-shaped connector appeared and began completely wiping out the competition. It took over our laptops, our headphones, our gaming consoles, and finally, after a massive geopolitical battle, even the iPhone. I am talking, of course, about USB-C. But what makes this tiny plug so incredibly special? Is it really just a smaller charging cable, or is there a terrifyingly powerful technology hiding inside those pins? Today, we're unraveling the secret history of the one port to rule them all. To understand why USB-C is an absolute miracle, we have to look back at the dark ages of the 1990s. Back then, the back of a computer looked like a sci-fi villain's control panel. You had a serial port for the mouse, a parallel port for the printer, a game port for your joystick. None of them worked together, and they all forced you to manually restart your computer just to get them to turn on. Then came the Universal Serial Bus, or USB. It was an instant revolution, promising one standard plug for everything. And for a while, it was great. We got the classic rectangular USB Type-A. You know, the one, the plug you can never seem to insert correctly on the first try. But as our gadgets got smaller and thinner, that big plastic rectangle didn't fit anymore. So, the tech industry panicked. They shrank it down to mini USB, then micro USB. But then printers still required a square Type-B plug, and external hard drives used a weird, double-headed connector. By 2013, the dream of a truly universal cable was completely dead. We were drowning in a sea of plastic electronic spaghetti. In 2014, they unveiled the answer, USB Type-C. At first glance, it looks like a standard micro USB plug. But under the hood, this thing is an absolute beast. Old USB cables only had 4 pins inside. USB-C crams an incredible 24 pins into that exact same tiny oval shape. And the most brilliant design feature? It is completely symmetrical. The internal pins are perfectly mirrored on both the top and bottom. This is why there is no right side up. You can plug it in totally blindfolded, and the cable instantly detects which way it's facing and automatically reroutes the electrical current in milliseconds. But those 24 pins aren't just for convenience. They unlocked a technological superpower called alternate mode. Suddenly, a simple USB cable wasn't just for moving family photos. Those extra pins could transform the wire into an HDMI cable to blast 4K video to an external monitor or carry pristine, high-resolution audio. But most importantly, they could carry an insane amount of raw electricity. This is the killer feature known as power delivery. Old USB ports were incredibly weak, pushing out a tiny 2.5 watts of power, just enough to slowly juice up a phone overnight. If you tried to power a laptop with it, absolutely nothing would happen. USB-C completely changed the physics. It can actively negotiate with your devices. The charger literally talks to your gadget and asks, "Hey, how much power can you safely handle?" If it's a tiny pair of headphones, it sends a gentle trickle. This is exactly why your modern laptop no longer requires that heavy, brick-shaped power supply with a round tip. It uses the exact same tiny port as your smartphone, one cable for every single device. But wait, if USB-C was so flawless, why did the most popular smartphone on Earth, the iPhone, refuse to use it for nearly a decade? But despite that minor confusion, we have finally arrived at the future. You can now travel across the globe with a laptop, a tablet, a phone, and wireless headphones, and bring just one single cable to power them all. And honestly, after 20 years of digging through that dreaded drawer of doom, that is a simple engineering win worth celebrating. If this tech breakdown cleared up the mystery for you, give the video a like and share it with someone who has a junk drawer full of old wires. And make sure to subscribe for more deep dives into the hidden history of the everyday things we use every single day. Thanks for watching.